This is how to add an employee into Xero. Here we are at our Xero dashboard of our demonstration company. Let's go to the Payroll tab and click on Employees. On this screen you'll see our employees, and to add a new one we're going to click on the button on the right hand side. Here we have the basic information for an employee where we can fill out their name, their date of birth, their job title, and their gender. Next we have some contact details which we can put in. The email, while optional, is required for the superannuation system, so let's type that in. And let's then type in the address. There we go, with the suburb and state and postcode. And we're going to skip past the emergency contact for now. Now we have a range of other options up the top, including the employment tab, which we'll start with next. Here we're going to enter the start date. In this particular case it was a couple of weeks ago. Which pay cycle they're on, in this case weekly, their base rate, which is called ordinary hours, and then their superannuation details. There's the employee number. Press that and then save, which will now finish off this tab. We then move next to the taxes tab. This is for the tax file information which will be submitted through to the ATO. If they have not provided tax file number yet, we can put in TFE pending, which you're allowed to for the first month. But let's get rid of that because we do have a tax file number and we'll type that in. The employment basis, which is required for the tax information. And then we look at the other options that are available. This is from the employee's tax file declaration that they will have provided to you, whether or not they have in particular a HEX or help debt, or if they claim the tax-free threshold. Here we're going to press Save Only. We could press File Now, which would actually send it through to the ATO which on a real file, rather than posting in the pink tax file declaration. Let's look at some of the other tabs. The Leave tab is where leave would be inserted later on. At this stage with a new employee, we're not going to worry about that. The next screen, bank account details. The employees, some of the text that's going to go on their bank account, the name of their bank account. We're going to type in a BSB and an account number and press save. This is useful if you are using export files into your bank. The next tab is the pay slips. Obviously new employee, there's nothing here, but in the future there will be after there's been a pay run done. Next we set up the pay template. We're going to select the ordinary hours. And we're also going to type in the rate that they earn. The hours will be inserted later when we do the pay runs. And then we select their superannuation because they need that. It's all the information should already be there for you. So just press OK and save. Last tab we'll have a quick look at is the Notes tab. Here you can just write notes in. In this particular case, we're just going to Bart came to us through his friend Millhouse, who already works for us, so we're just going to write that in there in case we need to know later on. And that's really just for your own records if you wish. And that's setting up an employee. It's very simple. Go through the tabs. We'll look at the detailed tabs. We can also add a photo on the right hand side if we wish. But that is essentially it, and our employee is now ready